This Zoey Deutch movie broke me, and I don't mean voicemails to Isabel, even though this movie made me cry and send a bunch of sloppy texts to my sister because this movie is about a girl who loses her younger sister who's like her best friend, and that just hit me where I live. So it's a great film, you should watch it. Today, however, I want to talk about this movie. It's called Not Okay, and I am unsure how many people have heard of it or watched it because I've literally never heard anyone but me talk about it. So today, I'm going to talk about it. Spoilers, obviously, but yeah, okay. Not Okay follows a writer named Danny who feels constantly overlooked at her job and by her family, by her so-called friends, and her crush. She is desperate for affection and attention but doesn't receive it from anyone. The movie literally starts with her editor reading an article she wrote about how she wishes she'd been personally impacted by 9/11. How she wishes she was a survivor or was related to someone there because those people have something to say. They matter, and it just feels like she doesn't. This article doesn't get published, and she winds up lying to her crush, who is a douchey guy played by Dylan O'Brien. She lies about doing this writing retreat in Paris as a way to impress him, and then takes a week off work, taking pictures in her room and editing them to look like she was sightseeing in Paris in order to ensure he likes them. And when he does start liking them, she posts more before posting a picture of herself outside the Arc de Triomphe, then going to sleep. The Arc de Triomphe is then hit by a terrorist attack, and Danny gets tons of comments and likes from family and friends asking if she's okay and where she is, and instead of taking the photos down and explaining that she's okay and that she wasn't there, she gives into the attention and posts on her story about being okay and hoping that the others at the site are okay too. She then heads to the airport and pretends to just be returning from Paris. Her parents meet her. Her mom makes her a hot chocolate and she stays at home for a few days. She gets a bunch of projects at work. Her crush asks her to hang out with her, and she decides to join a support group in order to gain a better understanding of what she's pretending to have gone through. There, she meets a young survivor of a school shooting, a survivor who lost her sister, and is now an advocate for survivors. Danny becomes very close to this girl, and the pair become advocates together. She even tries to play the role of Rowan's older sister through performing the same rituals to help her with stage fright when they go to a demonstration. And someone sets off these snap bombs. Rowan has a panic attack and is sent into hospital. Danny has no reaction because she obviously hasn't been through what Rowan has. It's then that what Danny has been doing hits her. Then Harper, a writer from her work, comes forward with proof that Danny's been lying, and says that she has till Monday to out herself or they'll out her. Danny doesn't out herself, so Harper does, and everything crumbles in seconds. She becomes the most hated person in the world. Rowan comes and yells at her at the office. She loses her job, and her parents are no longer as attentive to her needs. They no longer care, and she joins a support group for people who've done similar things, like a cancelled support group, I'm not sure. Earlier in the movie, Rowan reveals that she does spoken word, so Danny, on the advice of her support group, goes to one of her performances with the idea of apologizing. But Rowan speaks about her in spoken word, saying that she can apologize, but they'll never be okay. And Danny leaves the room, and that's the end. I will say that this movie shook me up really bad. When I say that it broke me, I mean it. It's been several years since I've watched it, and I can still recall the plot with annoying clarity. I never intend on watching this movie again, and here's why. I think I empathize with the main character a lot, and I think a lot of us could. We live in a world where attention is everything, and it's incredibly hard to feel satisfied in what you're doing if people aren't looking at it with approval or praise. It's really hard to know that you're doing the right thing or doing anything important without getting external validation, and this makes us struggle in understanding who we are and what we can contribute to the world. Danny struggles with this and connects her struggles and her wants with this idea of becoming famous. She wants to matter so much that she's willing to lie about it, but when she saw the consequences, when she truly understood what she was saying with her lies, she crumbled and everything fell apart. But the thing is, she still needed the support that she wasn't receiving before. We see her mom make her a hot chocolate when she believes that she survived the attack, but when she knows it's a lie, we see her slam the instant hot chocolate packet on the table when Danny asks for a hot chocolate, and I find this incredibly frustrating. I find it frustrating that I empathise with her. The title of this film is Not Okay, and is an obvious reference to Rowan's spoken word. Her story is the one that matters, but we hear the stories of people like Danny louder than hers, and it bugged me that I understood this need for attention and affection, for unconditional love, because it is incredibly hard to come by, yet we need it in order to feel secure in who we are and what we're doing. Having external support is something that I needed in order to move forward, and when I didn't get that, I didn't do it. It's something I really struggle with, and seeing it explored like this really hit me hard, because I've had thoughts like Danny's. The idea of wanting to have a story because it felt like everything that I've been through or that I've done was nothing in comparison to other people. My trauma and my sadness were nothing worth talking about. Depression, anxiety, undiagnosed autism, loved ones getting sick. It just feels like if someone's not dead or I'm still functioning, then I had nothing to complain about. So I wanted a story, and God, it sucked to see that in a character, to see that in an actress that I love. It just hit me so hard, and I'm still not over it. So I just wanted to add that I don't care if people watch this video. I am writing it to get this out of my head, finally. I haven't watched this movie in about 4 years. It came out in 2022, and I'm unsure if I'd recommend it, but if it sounds interesting to you, it's on Disney+. Have fun. Trans rights are human rights. Good night.